Hello, welcome to Maker Monday. I am Rebecca, and we're coming to you from the Spark Lab at the Henry Ford Centennial Library in Dearborn. It's kind of a snowy day when we're filming this, and kind of, dull and gray. And sometimes you just can't get an idea about how to be creative. Today, we're going to show you how to make some creative idea generator dice. These actually are a printout from Creative Bug, which is a service that we have that you can use with your Dearborn Public Library card. We'll have a link to Creative Bug, and then you make an account and sign in with your card, and you can print up this creative idea generator dice. And it'll give you some ideas about what you might want to create today. What you have is it's a printout. It suggests that you do this on cardstock. I just did it on regular paper. It does give you one blank die. It also will give you colors, which is this die over here, medium, including crayons and paint, colored pencil, collage, your choice. Subject, it can give you an idea for subjects like person, place, animal, food, plant, abstract. So the first thing you're going to do is grab a set of scissors, cut out your dice, and obviously I've done some cutting already and some assembly. Your die looks like this when you get it cut out. The next thing that you're going to want to do is make your folds. So there are dotted lines to fold on, and those you're going to make mountain folds. So you see they make like little mountains. See, like that looks like a mountain. And you're going to continue that on all the dotted lines. There is one fold, oops, that's a little crooked. There is one fold that is not dotted here, which is, oh wait, no, they all are dotted. Never mind. I thought at one point in time on one of the die it didn't look dotted. It had to be probably because it was a darker color like red or orange. So you fold all of your folds. So not only do you have the big folds for all the sides of the dice, but then you need to fold in the little edges on some of the dice, because that's what you're going to try to keep your lines straight as possible. Those are what you are going to fold in and use your glue stick to stick together. I will say I also used tape because that last, you'll see in a minute, that last little side is kind of hard to, especially with soft paper, hard to stick together well. And see, this die got a little dented. So we're going to get that side, the top of this one, folding all the little tabs, and then 3 sides on this one. Now I will say that you probably, I set my pen aside for a minute, want to put a little something underneath what you're gluing down. This glue stick, Elmer's, supposedly smells like apple pie, which it does. So you don't end up with glue all over your workspace. And there. And turn it. Oop, looks like I missed a fold. So let me get that last fold. Okay, so once you have gotten all your little tabs glued, you want to fold the sides in. It's easier if you carefully stick one side, stick the other side. Let's see, that side. So it kind of goes like that. Try to get your edges lined up as close as possible. It'll still work if it's not completely perfect. Get my sticky piece of paper out of the way there. Then fold up the top here. And stick those two, and you can see it's, there you go with the tabs. Stick your finger inside carefully, squeeze them out. then lift, and you've got your last piece. And like I said, this one gets a little tricky, so in order not to like crush my die, I did grab a little piece of tape, and I just took a little piece of tape and kind of taped down that last side. So these are your 3 dice, and they don't roll really well like traditional dice do, but you can toss them up in the air and have it land on whatever. I will have to say, since I had already had not done this one, so I couldn't roll it, I had crayons handy, so I used crayons for my drawing, and I also rolled abstract and green. So I grabbed a little piece of paper. I took just a pen and drew some little lines to make a design. And then I chose all the various shades of green to make this little card. It is a small, and you can make any size you want. I just did a small one. I like to do little small artworks like this. These are actually 2.5 by 3.5 sized cards, and I would stick this on a little firmer back. But this is a side that's used for artist trading cards. We're going to have a Maker Monday on that soon to talk a little bit more about artist trading cards. But they are a little quick artwork just to get a little creativity in your daily life, help loosen up your mind a little bit, feel like you've done, you've made something. I like to make a little something every single day. So this will be helpful for when I want to do little drawings or do a collage or paints, marker, do a little tiny artworks. And these are great to like hide in books. If you want to do random, acts of art, hide it in a book at the library, tuck it between books so people will find it. You can pass it on and brighten somebody else's day. And all you have to do is leave things to chance and roll the dice. Now we got an animal with paint. Ooh, and purple. Well, we'll have to see what we do next time. Remember, these come from Creative Bug, which is available with your Dearborn Public Library card. There, it says right up there. They have a lot of artwork ideas at Creative Bug. Not only just things like this where you can do just some, a random generator, but they also have daily practices in fine arts, so drawing, painting, collage. You can do I believe they've got like a granny square a day that you can go through, or a crochet stitch. I know they've got embroidery stitches to do every day. Just something that can keep you in daily practice and keep you creative, especially now that we're here in the real snowy February doldrums. Get a little green in your life. Remember that spring is just around the corner. Check down in the description for a link to Creative Bug, and actually I will try to link this specific creative idea generator dice. You can also just use these ideas, put numbers on them, and use a regular die and just roll a 6-sided dice and just have those numbers assigned to things. And again, randomly generate a little bit of creativity. Thank you so much for joining us today on Maker Monday from the Spark Lab at the Henry Ford Centennial Library. This is Miss Rebecca again. Thank you so much for joining me. And we hope to see you soon, either at the library or in the Spark Lab. Thank you so much and have a good day.